now, ladies and gentlemen, hey now, hey now, hey now, hey now, and a hey now. Welcome to hour number 2 of the line, Talk 99.5, Talk995.com, Andrew Mclain, who.com. Yes. Yes, sir. Glad to be here. Glad to be hanging out with you on this Tuesday. Glad to be hanging out with you, John Burt.
I'm glad to be hanging out with you, Andrew Mclain.
Now, we were supposed to have our guest at 11 o'clock, but we haven't gotten a phone call.
Yeah. I'm wondering if it's going to happen.
Maybe he's just late. You know, it is election day. So we'll see. We'll see if he calls in. First of all, I'm a stickler for being on time. And it's not because I'm one of those people, but it's more of just the embarrassment of, and this is just for me personally, but I guess it bleeds into expecting other people to be on time. The embarrassment of walking in late and everybody staring at you.
Oh, that's the worst.
John Bird's doing that a lot.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And so I have this fear of not being on time. So I really try to, make sure I'm on my P's and Q's and being on time and everything else. And it's also probably why I don't bring on guests because, in an instance like this, you invite somebody on, you announce it on the show, and then they don't even call. So now I'm the one left having to explain away, hey, that guest I promised you at 11 o'clock, I ain't got him.
Well, I mean, I can tell you, I do seriously believe that he will not win as a result of not coming on to this show.
Well, we can definitely tell him that that's what cost him. You had a chance to come on the show and
change minds, change hearts, and he didn't do it.
And you didn't do it. There are six candidates running for governor on the Democrat ticket, which are going to be, let me pull them up real quick. I just had them. Nominees, Alabama, 2026. The qualified candidates are going to be Will Boyd, Jamel Brown, Yolanda Flowers, Doug Jones, Chad Chig Martin, and Nathan Mathis. So, and you've heard of Will Boyd, and you've heard of Yolanda Flowers, and you've heard of Doug Jones.
That Chig Mathis, that's a cool nickname.
It is kind of a cool nickname. It stands out. He's just kind of an older white guy, just, throwing his hat in. I think it's his first time in politics, and whether Democrats want to admit it or not, Donald Trump has paved the way for people that have no experience in politics.
Yes, he has.
Throwing their hat into politics. I mean, it has happened across the board in both parties, and I think he deserves credit for it, Because people look at him, whether you agree with him or not, you look at him and you say to yourself, man, if he can do it, as outrageous as he is, come from the outside and just bust the doors wide open.
Change the rules of the game, man.
Change the rules, defy all the odds. Maybe I can do it too. That's called inspiration.
Inspiration.
It's called inspiring.
But you know what? Inspiration doesn't come without perspiration and dedication and a proclamation. And when you're writing letters, indentation.
That's true.
And you want the people to have a big fascination with you. Oh my gosh, how many shuns am I going to do? Well, no, okay, it's getting, and if you're really attracted to them, yeah, let's not.
There's a lot of perspiration in this studio, by the way, because the freaking air's not working. But I did get a message.
Morning. Thank you for calling the line.
You're on
What's
the
your first name?
John Bird's on the mic. I did get a text message from Valerie who said she's on top of it with the air conditioner deal. So hopefully we'll get that situated. So your boy doesn't have a stroke and pass out mid show. John Bird, you came in hot with that phone call. Because it wasn't. Sometimes you'll do that, but you're like in the background and you can just, I can kind of hear you, but you were like, hello, thanks for calling in one. Who do we got?
Yeah, but they hear how pleasant I am. And I always do this, which is really cool. I'll say, good morning, thanks for calling the line. I always put that line in there, and they're like, man, this is the coolest show ever.
Jack, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, hi. I'm in the Proud Boys, and I was at the Capitol on J6.
That guy. And you were even nice to him.
Yeah, you can be nice to even idiots.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, don't pick and choose who you're nice to.
If he'd tell us his real name, I already laid out the rules. I said, all you got to do is tell us your real name, and you could be on the show.
Mm-hmm.
But, there's...
Trying to be clever and funny,
If you think you're going to be cute and lie about your name, I mean, I understand you being ashamed of your opinions and don't want people to know who you are, but simple rule, man. Tell us what your name is.
If he gets his rocks off, I guess, you know.
Give us your name, and we'll be more than happy to let you on the show to spout your stupidity.
But no, you have to be a cowardly lion, and that's fine.
Oh, yeah. That's
true colors, baby. Your true colors.
That's just part of it, man. Part of it, cuz.
Yep.
Speaking of weirdos, so there is a new Candace Owens episode coming out, and guess who her guest is?
I can't even begin.
Have you seen it?
No, I don't know.
She's interviewing Hunter Biden.
Oh, I gotta see this.
I don't think it's going to be as good as it seems like it would be on paper. But I watched the preview. I think it comes out in like a couple days.
Mm-hmm.
But there was several things. Hunter Biden was cheering her on for questioning Charlie Kirk's death and things like that, and which I thought was odd for Hunter Biden to do. I figured he would be part of the whole just, cover it up if there's some shenanigans going on. But no, he was for it. But he also, her bringing him on, I think, is going to expose more of her to people than it's going to expose of Hunter Biden.
Oh, that's interesting. That's
because
interesting take.
Having Hunter on there is going to lend itself to the worst parts of Candace Owens, right? So Candace Owens over the past, year or so has picked up just some pretty undesirable characteristics. Not that I think she's completely off base and completely wrong about everything, because I don't think she is, and I think she's a smart lady.
But what's happened, man?
But she's got a lot of things that has made her look a little kooky, and those things are going to be highlighted in the Hunter Biden interview because Hunter Biden is going to agree with her on it. And then I haven't seen it, nobody's seen it, but I can see this interview being one of these two individuals yucking it up and getting along.
I'm sure he's trying to now repair his image.
Oh, he is.
After a while of hiding out.
He is, and he's going on different shows and stuff. There was one he was doing. Whose podcast did he do? There was one in particular that I was surprised by. Not as surprised as Candace Owens, but there was a couple that he did where I was like, oh, okay, yeah, fair enough.
No, he's not getting you.
No, I'm just saying that the fact that he did the show,
yeah,
not the content of the show itself, but I don't know. I mean, I could bring him on. I got an open slot for a guest if he wants to come on this show, because the guest I booked today apparently ain't coming. So Hunter Biden, if you're listening, you want to come on this show, we'll have you. I just got bailed on, cuz.
That's all right, man. Come on, don't take it to heart. Keep this thing just a chugging along. That's his loss, remember.
Yeah, I was just fascinated by it. Like I told him last night, I was like, I seriously view you as a once in a lifetime candidate in the state of Alabama because Alabama politicians are boring and you are anything but boring. I'm not saying you're someone I would want influencing my child or leading my church, but you are an interesting person. And I don't think we've ever seen a candidate of any sort like this. And so wouldn't mind having you on the show and let you make the pitch. But, maybe he had a long night. Maybe he's not even awake right now. Who knows? Or maybe he's on Facebook. That's the thing about him, and that's what I was going to bring up, is the fact that there are no Jamel Brown text messages going out. There's no Jamel Brown yard signs. There's no Jamel Brown TV commercials, nor are there any radio commercials. I mean, at one point, I think he had to borrow $1,000 from his stripper girlfriend just to get T-shirts made. So, like, he has simply run his campaign on social media. And that's what was fascinating to me. And in his attempt to run his campaign on social media, he became a little too transparent because he took that personal aspect of your social media where you just kind of do what you feel like doing, and then the campaign side of it, and he just kind of intertwined them. And
yeah, you got to separate that. Maybe he should have created a separate Facebook account.
He's got 2 pages, but those even mingle together. And so you couldn't really tell, one from the other. Like at one point he's asking for your vote, and the next thing he's doing a live video sitting on his couch, with his shirt halfway off, drinking Mad Dog and dancing to R&B music, rubbing his nipples.
Good Lord.
With the smoke detector beeping in the background. And so it's, it was, again, it's why I found it incredibly entertaining. And it's why I invited him on the show. And so hopefully he'll call in at some point. But it's, once in a lifetime, baby. I'm looking for those moments.
Yep.
I don't want to miss any opportunity that could be, and maybe there's some media outlets that were to pick up on the interview if he were to call in.
Mm-hmm.
I get my boy Brian over at 1819 to write an article about Jermaine Brown calling the line.
Yeah. And who knows how he might do tonight. I know he's not going to win because he didn't come on the show.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that would be the good thing.
It could have changed it all.
They'll never be able to prove that we weren't the reason he lost, so we could always take credit for that.
Yep.
Yeah. Hopefully he'll call in. I'm not going to sit here and just give him free reign to call in anytime during the show, but I'll give him another probably, 15 minutes to call in or something, and we'll see how that plays out. 205-545-9950. Noto Roofing, bringing you this part of the show. NOTO Roofing.com, our roofing company, as you know. They were out there working on Boomer's place yesterday. They could be working on yours next if you got roof problems. All you need to worry about now is the free roof inspection, complimentary roof tune-up, and see if you got any issues going on. Simple as that. Reach out to them. Let them know I sent you. Bada bing, bada boom. You are in business. No strings attached. You don't have to use them if you don't want to after you get your roof inspection, but I would suggest you do. 205-848-2299 and online, notoroofing.com. The Line Talk 99.5. This was Jeff's song from earlier, by the way.
Yeah.
That we missed out on.
And I got the other Jeff song in there too. So all the Jeffs are happy out there.
Oh, well, that Jeff didn't even give us a hey now, I don't think, did he?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he was Hey Now.
Okay. We just don't know what place he was in.
Yeah, we had Jeff from Indiana. That was the one that won, so many, say Jeff from Indiana.
Well, no, I think Jeff from Indiana. Was it Jeff from Indiana that won?
I don't know now,
No, it
but
was the
both
other
of them
Jeff.
got a song, okay?
But whatever place that the other Jeff came into, we have to say if the other Jeff came in like 12th place, then you've got 10 other spots that you got to give them a song.
No, let's not go with that.
I'm just saying.
It's like,
If you're going to go and you're going to give number 12 a song, well, what about number 2 through 11?
well, you know what? I didn't use the other Jeff song. I was thinking about, man, I was listening to the Cramps yesterday on the way home.
You weren't.
And I was playing
Cramps.
that. Yeah.
That's the name of the band?
Yeah, the Cramps.
What was the name of the song?
Bikini Girls with Machine Guns. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. I had the windows rolled down, and I was just jamming out to that.
Yeah, that was your jam, huh?
Yeah, of course. By the way, we've completely, once again, screwed the pooch on John Burr plays the guitar.
Oh, geez, we have.
Yeah, so I may try.
Looks like
and-
you're going to be playing the Cramps Friday.
Yeah.
Your favorite song.
That's right. I think I may try to do an original. Somebody had mentioned that, so I'm really nervous about that. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe let you pick one.
Yeah, I mean, we could.
Why don't you pick one right now? Ready? Go.
All right, let's go with.
You know me well, and you know my talents and stuff. So.
How about "Give It Away" by the Chili Peppers?
No, you jerk! I can't do that.
What I got to give it to your mama.
When they get chicken to give it to your papa. Yeah, but I mean, I can't do the percussion and everything in the doom doom doom.
There's been a couple songs that have come along that I really wanted you to do that didn't win, and I'm trying to remember what those were.
You want to think about it because I've got the list you can go through.
Yeah. Maybe you guys will send some songs in on the text line,
And then you'll look at them.
I'll look at them and see if I can pick one from.
I know it's not regular, and because of that, we're going to do a guest picker next week to make everybody feel better.
Yeah, I'm the guest picker this week.
Yes.
But I honestly I never pick. I think I've done it once.
One time since I've been back.
Yeah. So.
Oh, one thing. Let me say happy birthday to my darling daughter, Emma. She's, I can't believe it, 23 today.
Dang.
Yeah.
You know, at your age, though, you had kids late.
I
it
did.
seems like they would be a lot older than
Yeah,
23.
it would seem that way. I was 38 when Mason was born. So, but I'm 10 years behind, So, I'm actually 62. Or, I'm actually 52 when you think of years.
Yeah.
You know.
In dog years, you'd be like 150.
Oh, yeah. No, that's why I don't keep a dog around.
Also, special happy birthday from over the weekend to our girl, Stacy G.
That's right. I sent
Yeah.
her a present, and she's listening, so I can't say what it is, but I want to say what it is so bad.
You sent her a gift?
Yeah, I ordered it as soon as I found out.
Well, cut your mic off. Tell me what it is.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Is she not going to cry?
I don't know. She'll cry.
She better.
But I think she'll like that.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I wish I could buy everybody in the audience a present.
No, you do. I wouldn't advise it, though.
No.
It could get very expensive very
It
quick.
could. It could.
It could leave you in financial ruin.
Yes, it could take my whole inheritance.
Yeah, we don't want that to happen. All right, 205-545-9950. I just BS'd my way through that break. But here's what I want to do.
Yeah, let's hit it hard.
When I come back, I want to talk about something that I have not brought up, not on purpose. I've been meaning to talk about this because this issue is very important and very intriguing to me. But I want to finally talk about the aliens. essentially the elephant in the room. But it's not an elephant, it's an alien. I want to talk about the aliens because with the current release of the UFO files, there are some very disturbing things within those files that nobody's really talking about. And it's not just the cool videos that came out, it's much worse than that. I got that for you next. I'm currently watching a video of this fat guy without a shirt on.
Is it me?
No, it's not you. It's this guy, as you can see. And he's playing Tool. He's playing Schism by Tool on the Tit-Tar. He's essentially,
Oh my gosh.
he's essentially playing the song with his titties.
Oh gosh. That's a visual for sure. By the way, if you're not on YouTube, just say thank you.
Yeah, for those of you that are on YouTube, you get to see all these visuals.
Yeah.
Because I probably have more visuals than any other show.
Agreed.
But we also, and I don't know if you need to get with Crank on this or what, since you're
St. Frank.
since you're besties now, if you want to get with him and say, hey, how can we start showing some videos? All you got to do is you got to have a way to take your window and make it a screen where you can play tweets. That's all you need to do. You just need to be able to play tweets in that window.
And we know we can do it because we do it over the line.
Right. It can be done, but your new bestie is going to have to either allow you to do it or do it himself.
Let me secretly find out what his favorite soft drink is.
Do that.
You know, and I'll leave him a few.
See if maybe serenade him with the cramps and
No, I don't think that's
machine gun
that's,
bikinis.
That's his stuff. No, it's bikini girls and machine guns.
Oh, okay.
But no, I think probably maybe find out what his favorite food is and do a lunch thing, kind of build up to that.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? Got to play politics, baby.
Okay, this is the last thing I'm going to say about this, by the way. But I never do this. Like, if you say you're going to call the show and you don't call the show, it's a lot of hosts would view that as a sign of disrespect. But it's not. I mean, if I'm getting you to call the show, it's not about you. It's about me and providing content to the audience, right? I feel like that bringing you on will provide that entertainment. So I kind of broke my own rules and I said, hey, man, I sent him another message. I said, hey, man, if you still want to call and be on the show, I'll give you till 12 o'clock. So you can call before 12. Anytime between now and 12, I'll bring you on the show. But if I don't hear from you by 12, I'm not going to drag it out. And I get it. It's election day. Dude's probably got a bunch going on. He's got a big party tonight at Montgomery at one of the bars.
Yeah, but, it's like a last-minute push. You would think he'd be all over it.
Because my audience in particular, there's a lot of people in the audience that have already voted, but I would dare say the bulk of the audience is not voting until they get off work. Excuse us for having an audience of people that go to work. We're for the working man and woman.
That's absolutely right.
Dixter says, my birthday is the 28th. I'll be 69. Dixter's favorite number, 69. Dr. McReady says, if I was standing in line behind Doug Jones, I feel like I would have to thump him in the ear and call him a nerd.
Oh, yeah. I like that.
Boomer says, can you imagine sniffing cocaine out of Kim Kardashian's underwear? Ugh, that's nasty.
Boomer. Where did that's not inspiring. You're always inspiring with your messages.
This is our audience.
Yeah,
it's
right.
Random.
Yes, it's schizophrenic.
Bubba Rumble says Trump needs more ballroom because his balls are huge. That's a fantastic point. So we find out earlier today, Trump's out at the construction site for the ballroom. He announces that the ballroom is bigger and better than anybody ever anticipated, and the fact that it's basically a new military command center that is not just going to keep the White House safe, it's probably going to keep all of Washington, D.C. safe, which is not a bad idea considering the fact that all of our leaders are hanging out in Washington, D.C. on an almost daily basis. Would probably be a smart idea, especially in the day and age of mullahs and gay ayatollahs attempting to acquire nuclear weapons, to make sure that the one place that all the leaders are at is pretty secure. Because if a bad person had a nuke, where would you want to fire it off at? well, you'd want to hit D.C. first, right? Take out the Central Command, take out the leaders, and then cause chaos throughout the country as nobody knows who's leading the country. And then the infighting happens. It's much like what happened in Iran. Everybody knows this. We know how this works. So I think it's a great idea. John says, since Bird's buying, I'll take an '06 Jeep Rubicon. Any color will do. Thanks in advance, Johnny baby. I feel like all of these texts are very random. Carrie says Psychosocial by Slipknot would be a good suggestion.
That's on the list, isn't it? Wait, no, I'm not. No, y'all.
There's acoustic versions, and there's even like a banjo version that was done by that Leo guy.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Leo Murichelli. Yeah. Okay, well, I mean, if there's acoustic versions out there, it helps me to, to get the feel for it.
Daddy Won't Sell the Farm by Montgomery Gentry.
That's a good one.
Blackfoot, Highway Song.
Oh man, Blackfoot.
I think JB could do a pretty good version of my favorite Sir Mix-a-Lot song, Buttermilk Biscuits.
I might pull it off. I got a shaker that I sometimes play while I'm strumming.
Tracy says, have the tubers pick out JB plays the guitar. Good point. So if you're on YouTube, forget the text line. I'm not reading any more suggestions on the text line. If you want to send a suggestion for John Bird plays the guitar, and I've got to pick something today, you've got to send it on the YouTube chat. And remember, the YouTube chat resets every hour, so you got to do it within the next 15 minutes. I've got a YouTube feed always up right here.
Me too.
So I see you. So if you're on YouTube, get in there. Remember, Real Talk 99.5 TV is the channel. Go on there and give us that suggestion. I sent Abby the Tool Tit-Tar video.
Dude, no you didn't.
And she says, bro, I'm at work, dog. I'm saying, she says, bro, I'm at work. I'm going to say, me too. I just told thousands of people about the video. Okay, there we go. Work, schmirk. What's the big deal? All right, so yeah, send your song suggestions for JB on the YouTube channel. Real Talk 99.5 TV on YouTube. Search that. You're going to be good. So, aliens. Okay? This is kind of a big deal, and I want to explain to you why. There were recently, as you know, UFO files released. They included not just files or documents, but videos, and we saw those. We did just a little over a week ago, John Bird did an entire podcast on these. And usually our podcasts are a lot of different things, but the vast majority of that podcast was about the aliens. And the UFO
I'm sorry,
files.
I didn't talk more, but I mean, I was so engrossed in that.
And
that
we
was
even got
so cool.
into the biblical side of it, and there was a lot of stuff. So this all relates to the recent release of the declassified UAP files through the Pentagon Transparency Initiative that generated, as you know, a lot of public attention. Now, within these files comes discussions about something that had previously been talked about, in particular on a podcast that was called The Diary of a CEO. And the guest on this podcast was Dr. Hal Puthoff. You know, when you don't want to do something, you put off.
Oh, okay. Puthoff.
Puthoff.
Okay, Puthoff.
Or it's Puthoff, but I like Puthoff better.
Yes.
We'll call him Dr. Hal Puthoff. He's 89 years old. He's a Stanford-trained quantum physics get the buzzer ready. A Stanford-trained quantum physicist. Did I get that one right?
Yeah.
Okay, no need for the buzzer. Who previously led remote viewing programs for the CIA and advised the Pentagon's advanced aerospace weapon system applications, made explosive assertions during his appearance on that podcast. It's Steve Bartlett's Diary of a CEO. He said, and this is, by the way, in the files. He said people who have been involved in recoveries, talking about recoveries of UAPs or UFOs. In the files, it says that we have recovered dozens of UFOs over time. They crashed UFOs. So as we see the videos of these things flying through the air and we're like, oh my God, we're never going to know what that is because we can't catch them. We have collected dozens, okay? He said people who have been involved in these recoveries have said there are at least four separate types of beings that are associated with these recovered UFOs. They are apparently finding beings in them. He said, now, I have not had direct access to that, but I believe the people whom I've talked to that there's four separate types of life. According to this guy, all four types are humanoid in appearance, which means they have human-like features with 2 arms, 2 legs, and a basic human-like body plan, like a body layout.
Mm-hmm.
He describes them as follows. There's 4 of them. One is called the Greys.
The Greys, yep.
They're
I've heard of those.
small, hairless beings with massive black eyes, kind of like what you would view as a traditional alien, right? There's the Nordics, which are tall, human-looking entities resembling people from Northern Europe. So like 7-foot-tall Norwegians.
Okay, so they couldn't hide really among us unless they were basketball players.
Correct.
Okay, got it.
We've seen Norwegian basketball players, right? Some of them could be aliens. Then you've got the insectoids or the mantids. They call them insectoids. They are bug-like humanoids that resemble a praying mantis.
Oh, no. Give me the Greys any day.
And then there are the reptilians, which are scaly lizard-like creatures that walk upright and often have tails.
Okay, you know what? To tell you that the deep state is involved with Hollywood, everyone that you described
has been in movies. Mm-hmm.
Everyone.
2 legs, lizard tails.
Even the tall
7
human
feet
looking
tall.
ones. Yes.
And it's because the CIA or the government knew and likely passed that information on to Hollywood so they could then display them in that way. So if the day were to ever come where we are faced with them and are seeing them, we can be like, okay, well, that's scary, but I expected that.
Right. It's like getting you used to the look of them.
And maybe you're not as freaked out. But what concerns me the most is something that was said weeks and weeks ago. And I think this is before the files even came out. I watched several interviews with Tim Burchett, which he went on a lot of different outlets, including TMZ, to talk to those individuals about what he had seen. Now, he couldn't give specifics because much of it was classified, but he would talk about how if you saw what we saw, if the American people knew what we knew, y'all'd be freaked the F out. Y'all would literally freak out because this stuff is crazy. And then others like Anna Paulina Luna have said that this is biblical in nature, that these are possibly demonic spirits, that they are not of God. They are, they're of God in a sense since he is the creator of all, but, they're bad things, right?
Right.
And so with this information, it's kind of like it's getting real. And it's been long speculated that some of these things are living among us, that people like Hillary Clinton are reptilians. There are people that have speculated that reptilians live among us. And now we're finding out that reptilians actually are a thing. Do they live among us? We don't know. But what has been done with them for the people that have captured them, that are researching and everything else, the thing that concerns me most is what Matt Gaetz said weeks ago about what they are allegedly doing with these beings with their research. It's very disturbing.
I think the most important information will be the biologics that are not human that have been discovered. And like even some of the briefings that aren't classified just need to be out in the public. I mean, I had someone come and brief me who was in a military uniform, worked for the United States Army, that was briefing me on the locations of hybrid breeding programs where captured aliens were breeding with humans to create some hybrid race that could engage in intergalactic communication. An actual uniformed member of the United States Army briefed me on that.
Non-human biologics, interracial alien mating? What the F is going on? Look, wait a second. You had whistleblowers tell you this kind of thing? Can you please unpack that?
Yeah, I had a guy who was uniformed. He was a senior enlisted with the United States Army. Came into my office in Crestview, Florida, in a non-classified setting. I had members of my staff there, and what they explained is that the military ran a very secret program where aliens that were living were in forced breeding programs with humans that had been abducted from war zones and from even the caravans of migrants. Now, again, I didn't verify this, but what the whistleblower was telling me is that there were like between 6 and 12 locations around the country where this happened. And what he wanted was a group, members of Congress, to all show up at the same time at all of these different locations so that any of those activities could not be moved. And of course, it's a physical impossibility to get members of Congress to simultaneously show up at like 8 locations at one time. And so that never occurred.
Bro.
What do you mean non-human biologics? Like this?
Well, that was the testimony of David Grush before the House Oversight Committee,
Yeah.
which I joined. And the testimony was that in crashes of craft that had been recovered by the CIA and through a special program that the CIA had for crash recovery, that it wasn't just the hard materials, it was also biologics, but that they
So anyway, you get the
identify
picture. So what he's essentially saying is that they're taking humans and they're breeding them with these beings in some way, shape, or form.
See, also Hollywood.
But, like, if the government is doing that or funding it or whatever, and they're making hybrid aliens, that's a bit disturbing.
Yeah, and does Trump and his cabinet even know? You know?
Are they still doing it now? Is it something they were doing? I don't know. But it freaks me out a little bit, especially knowing what we know now. 205-545-9950. It's the Line Talk 99.5. Y'all hang tight. Okay, update. I'm going back on my word again. So I finally heard back from Jamel. He's going to call in at 12. He's going to call in. I said, just call me at 12:05. That way, I get you in. I don't have to rush you off the phone for a break. We can discuss today being the big day.
Yeah. But theoretically, he did say in the 11 o'clock hour that he would be available. So, maybe you didn't go back on your word.
Well, no, what I said was call me at 11.
Right.
And then he just never responded.
Wait, maybe he's Eastern time. Maybe he's in the Eastern time zone right now.
I would doubt it, but he could be. Maybe he was looking at the wrong one.
Maybe he was going for lottery tickets in Georgia.
I just texted him at 11:30. I said, hey, man, if you still want to do the show, can you call anytime before 12? He said, okay, what's the number? I had already sent him the number, but I sent it again. And then I was like, wait, don't call yet. Call it 12:05. And so that's where we're at. So we'll see. And now
we shall see.
If he doesn't call it 12:05, then I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna pursue it. Real quick on the YouTube, as I said, here's some of the suggestions. Lido Shuffle.
Oh my gosh.
Proud to be an American.
Great. Oh my gosh.
The band The Weight.
Oh.
I believe in a thing called love.
Oh.
I would like. Do you think you could do that one?
I might could.
I believe in a thing called love. Just listen to the rhythm of my heart.
It would be tough, especially with the gig Tuesday night. But
Proud to be an American, Lee Greenwood.
I like Lido Shuffle, man.
In America by Charlie Daniels Band.
Oh my gosh, these are great.
Story of My Life, Social Distortion.
Dang.
Snake Farm, Behind Blue Eyes by Limp Bizkit.
Oh.
There's a lot of them.